Today we delve into a topic that some of you may be familiar with, agoraphobia. Now you may be wondering, what exactly is agoraphobia? To put it simply, agoraphobia is an anxiety disorder that is characterized by a fear of leaving what one perceives as safe environments. Imagine this: you're standing at the edge of a forest, peering into the unknown. The idea of stepping into that forest, away from the safety of your known surroundings, fills you with an overwhelming sense of fear and anxiety. This is what someone with agoraphobia experiences, not just in a forest, but in everyday settings. It could be a supermarket, a crowded street, or even just stepping outside their front door. Agoraphobia often begins with mild anxiety about specific places or situations that gradually escalates into a generalized fear of being in public. It's like that forest has grown, encroaching on more and more of your safe spaces until it feels like it's everywhere. But it's important to remember that this isn't a sign of weakness or a character flaw. Agoraphobia is a genuine mental health condition, and like any other health condition, it needs to be addressed. One of the most significant impacts of agoraphobia is on a person's quality of life. It can limit their ability to engage in everyday activities, maintain relationships, and even hold down a job. But the good news is, it's not a life sentence. With the right treatment and support, it's possible to overcome agoraphobia. Stick around as we explore the symptoms of this anxiety disorder and how you can manage it. Together, we can step into that forest and find a way through. Now that you understand what agoraphobia is, it's time to identify its symptoms. Agoraphobia, an anxiety disorder, manifests in many ways and can vary greatly from person to person. However, there are some common symptoms that many people experience. Fear of leaving home or safe spaces is one of the most common and identifiable symptoms. This fear can be so intense that it keeps individuals bound to their homes, creating a prison of their own making. Another common symptom is the fear of being alone. This fear is not just a simple preference for company, but an intense anxiety that can be debilitating. It can often lead to individuals relying heavily on the presence of a trusted companion, and in extreme cases, it can prevent them from doing everyday tasks when alone. Fear of crowded places or public spaces is another symptom that is frequently associated with agoraphobia. This fear can stem from a feeling of being trapped or not being able to escape, which can create a sense of panic. This can make seemingly simple activities, such as grocery shopping or attending social events, a significant challenge. Speaking of panic attacks are another symptom that often accompanies agoraphobia. These attacks can be terrifying experiences involving rapid heartbeat, shortness of breath, trembling, and a strong feeling of impending doom. These attacks can occur seemingly out of nowhere, adding to the fear and anxiety associated with agoraphobia. It's crucial to remember that these symptoms can vary in intensity and frequency from person to person. Some people may experience these fears only in specific situations, while others may feel them constantly. The symptoms can also fluctuate over time, becoming more severe during periods of stress. Recognizing these symptoms is the first step towards managing agoraphobia. It's important to remember that understanding and acknowledging your symptoms doesn't mean you're weak or broken. It simply means you're aware, and that's the first step on the road to recovery. But what causes agoraphobia? Let's find out. Agoraphobia is a complex condition, and its causes aren't fully understood. Generally, it's thought to develop from a combination of genetic factors, environmental influences, and personal experiences, making it unique to each individual. Genetic factors play a role in agoraphobia, as they do in many mental health conditions. If you have a close family member with agoraphobia or another anxiety disorder, you may be more likely to develop agoraphobia. It's not a guaranteed outcome, but it's a piece of the puzzle that researchers are exploring. Environmental factors can also contribute to the development of agoraphobia. For example, growing up in a high-stress environment, or one where fear and anxiety were common, may influence the development of anxiety disorders later in life. This isn't to say that every stressful environment will lead to agoraphobia, but it's another factor that can increase the risk. Perhaps one of the most direct causes of agoraphobia is the experience of traumatic events. This could be a singular event, like a particularly distressing panic attack, or it could be a series of traumatic experiences over time. These events can trigger a fear response that grows and evolves into agoraphobia. The fear of experiencing another panic attack, or the fear of finding oneself in a situation where escape might be difficult, can lead to avoidance behavior, which is a hallmark of agoraphobia. It's important to note that these are potential causes, not guarantees. Not everyone with a family history of anxiety, a stressful upbringing, or traumatic experiences will develop agoraphobia. It's a complex interplay of many factors, and each person's experience with agoraphobia is unique. While the cause may be unknown, understanding potential triggers can help manage the disorder. Managing agoraphobia may seem daunting, but there are several self-help strategies you can adopt. Let's delve into some of these techniques that you can incorporate into your daily routine, aiming to regain control over your life and break free from the chains of agoraphobia. One of the most effective methods is cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. This approach helps you understand and change thought patterns that lead to harmful behaviors or distressing feelings. In the case of agoraphobia, CBT can assist in identifying the fears causing your anxiety and developing practical ways to confront and manage them. This method can be practiced independently through guided self-help books or online resources, but it can also be beneficial to work with a qualified professional. Next, we have exposure therapy, an approach that gradually and safely exposes you to the situations and places you fear. The aim is to desensitize yourself to these scenarios over time, reducing the anxiety they cause. This process can be initiated in your own time and at your own pace. For instance, if you fear leaving your home, you could start by stepping outside your door for a few moments each day, gradually increasing this duration over time. Lifestyle changes also play a crucial role in managing agoraphobia. Regular exercise, for example, can help reduce feelings of anxiety by boosting your mood and acting as a natural stress reliever. Whether it's a brisk walk around your home, yoga, or dancing to your favorite tunes, any form of physical activity can be beneficial. Eating a balanced diet is another important aspect of a healthy lifestyle. Consuming nutrient-rich foods can help maintain your overall health and energy levels, while also managing your anxiety. Try to include fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains in your meals, and remember to stay hydrated. Furthermore, it's advisable to limit or avoid substances that can heighten anxiety, such as caffeine and alcohol. While these might seem like they provide temporary relief, they can actually exacerbate anxiety symptoms in the long run. Lastly, but certainly not least, remember the importance of self-care. This can include anything that makes you feel relaxed and positive, be it reading a book, listening to soothing music, practicing mindfulness, or simply taking a warm bath. Taking time for yourself is not a luxury, but a necessity when dealing with agoraphobia. However, it's important to remember that while these self-help strategies can be effective, they are not a replacement for professional help. If your symptoms persist or worsen, it's crucial to reach out to a healthcare provider. There is no shame in seeking assistance, and there are many professionals out there who are ready and willing to help. Remember, it's okay to seek help. You're not alone in this journey. We've covered a lot today, from understanding what agoraphobia is to exploring treatment options. We've learned that agoraphobia is an anxiety disorder characterized by an intense fear of situations or places that might cause panic or make you feel trapped, helpless, or embarrassed. We've discussed how symptoms can range from mild unease in certain situations to a crippling fear of leaving the safety of home. We've also delved into the causes of agoraphobia. It often arises from a combination of genetic, environmental, and psychological factors. It's not a sign of weakness or a character flaw, but a legitimate and treatable medical condition. Most importantly, we've explored self-help treatment options, from cognitive behavioral therapy, which helps you understand and change thought patterns leading to fear and anxiety, to exposure therapy, where you're gradually exposed to the situations that cause fear until the fear itself begins to fade. We also talked about lifestyle changes that can help, like regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all treatment, and what works best for you may not work for someone else. It's essential to find a healthcare professional you trust and work together to create a treatment plan tailored to your needs. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We'll continue our series on anxiety disorders, providing you with more insights and tools to better understand and manage these conditions. We would love to hear your thoughts on agoraphobia and what actions you plan to take. Please comment below. Remember, your journey to recovery starts with a single step.